It's a shot that strikes fear into a lot of people, but if we can start becoming successful at the 40-yard pitch shot, we can really start lowering our scores and reducing our handicaps. Andy Shakespeare here, PJ Professional at the Warren Estate in Essex. I'm out in the 16th hole, which is a par 5, and I'm in a typical position where I've got 40 yards left and a chance to make birdie. So today's video, I'm going to give you a couple of key pointers that are going to make you more successful at this shot, make more up and downs and lower your scores. How are we going to be successful at this shot then? Well, first of all, we've got to start looking at what we're actually trying to do. What I mean there is, if we look at this shot here, it's 40 yards exactly to the pin. But that doesn't mean that I'm actually going to carry the ball 40 yards. So I've got to factor in a few things to do with the turf conditions and the ground and the slope, etc. So for my shot I've got here, the flag's probably 10 yards onto the green. So that gives me a nice 10-yard space that I can land the ball. So I always suggest that when we're pitching and chipping that we try and land the ball on the green. So I'm already thinking that my yardage is actually 35 yards. So if I land the ball at 35 yards, that allows time for it to land, skip, with a bit of spin and stop and not roll too far. Another factor I have to consider here is also the slope. So it might be hard to see on the camera, but the front of this 16th green's got a big left to right slope. So I'm going to really make sure that I'm aiming to land the ball left of the hole and not actually in line with the hole. So my setup might look a little bit left for you in terms of going towards the flag there. So let's just have a little trial run to start with. So in my brain, I'm going 35 yards and I'm thinking I need to land this short and left. Let's see what happens. So you could really see where that ball landed, how much that actually moved left to right. So I finished probably bang on the right correct distance, so I was pretty happy with hitting my yardage, but the ball's finished 6 foot right of the flag. But however, in this case, I've left myself a nice uphill putt, which is going to be great and give myself a chance to birdie. So if I wanted to get the ball even closer, I'd have to land that ball further left. So let's just try again. So you can just see how big that slope is, and that one's closer in terms of line, but it's actually gone a little bit too far. How am I successfully controlling that shot? Well, a key thing is going to be distance control. If you always get the right distance, you're never going to be too far away. And I control that through my swing length and good body rotation. So you would have noticed on that shot that I got my swing all the way up to here. So this is a club that I can hit 90 yards, but I'm still giving it quite a big swing, even though the flags, I'm trying to land it 35 yards away. So what I've changed is that I'm maintaining a nice swing length, but my tempo has slowed down a bit. So I don't want us to decelerate at all, but my pace of swing is going to be a little bit slower. It's going to have a nice flow to it. But I certainly don't want us to lose any acceleration. So you can see I always finish the swing, and however far back I go, I'm always matching that on the way through there. So let's just show you that again. So I actually went a little bit shorter on that one, and the speed was a bit faster, and you can see it came out a little bit lower and had a bit more spin on it, but that first skip was a little bit bigger. Body rotation is key here, and it's making sure that that controls the pace of the shot. So we never want our arms to work across our body and we're trying to hit it with the arms. So always the body rotation is going to send the club back and through and be the main controller of this shot. So good turn away, that gets the club to this position. You can see how well connected I am on such a small shot. So in a bigger swing, we're going to start getting separation here. But on these little ones, we can certainly stay more connected, and that's going to really improve our consistency. So by keeping that connection there, and especially on the way through that connection, that's going to ensure that we rotate the body fully. So if I keep my connection, keep it well turned, the club's going to end up in this position. If I don't turn my body, the club's going to end up around here, and we're going to lose the strike. So if I do one where I don't turn my body well, suddenly I've lost the low point of the swing and the strike was not very good at all. So keeping that right elbow connected, that will allow us to open up, get the club in a nice position, right elbow is in a good connection point, and turn through, and we're also well connected. And what it does, it just forces the whole body to open up and turn through. Those two key factors from today's video then. Body rotation, that's going to ensure that we control the distance of the shot, and body and arm connection, that's going to ensure that we get a successful strike every time. So if you become good at putting those two things together, you're going to become a much better pitcher. Thanks for watching this edition of Shakespear Short Game Secrets. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, fire them in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel for further short game tips.